All right, this Hangout on Air is live, and it's Alicia Stringer here with Determined Women Winning. It's kind of a tongue twister. Today, we are going through our intensive power intensive group assignment. This is What Will That Mean for Me group exercise. And on this Hangout, we're going to witness a technique used by those NLP trainers, the top NLP trainers. I'm excited because this will truly help people get in touch with their true purpose. All right, so the women out here are going to go through these questions, and I am excited to hear what's going to go on. And we said that Sue is going to go first. Would someone else like to read her questions for her? Would our Tina or Christy like to read questions for her? They're both muted out. They don't want to go. Oh my goodness. All right, give me a minute to readjust here.
Go first and get it over with, right?
Yes. Now, where's the questions? I would have to find the questions. Give me a minute. Are they in the photos here? There's questions that these top NLP trainers gave us to help with direct us to our true outcomes. And I think that really helps the way that your mind gets you straight to your purpose inside of there. Oh my goodness, I don't have the questions. Does anybody else have the questions? I don't see where they are. I'm still so I find them. I thought I was ready.
I have the questions here. It really pretty much is one question to get you started, and then it's the same question after that. So
then you take the answer and you give the answer back in the form of the same question again.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, go for it, Tina.
Okay, so Sue, I guess the first thing that we need to find out is what is your main goal?
Okay, well, my main goal is financial, to replace my husband's income because he had to quit his job because of a disability. So right now we're living completely on savings, which is pretty scary. And I've never made as much money as he made as a union plumber. So it's very intimidating to me.
Okay, and when you achieve your goal, what will that mean for you?
Well, the goal for me is $10,000 a month, and it'll just mean a big dip in stress level. Just total stress right now with, worrying about, I've got this kind of time frame figured out in my head of when the money would run out if I'm not able to replace his income. So that's pretty stressful. So being able to replace it, knowing it's going to be a consistent thing, is going to be just a total de-stressor in our lives.
Okay, and when your stress level is lower, what will that mean for you?
Well, de-stressing, I don't know about you ladies, but when I'm financially stressed, I'm kind of short-fused, and I'm not as present with my daughter. She may come in while I'm working on the computer, and I'm thinking, okay, I got to get this done so I can make some money, and I'm trying to get it done, and I'm also thinking I got to make dinner, and I got to take her to buy new shoes, and I got all the mom stuff, but the priority needs to be working on this sales funnel, because this is what's going to be able to allow me to do all these other things, put the food on the table, buy those shoes, be able to stay home with her instead of going to get a job. So it's all one big stressful, almost like a circle. So having that financial stress relief is going to be able to help me be a more present mom, just be able to relax more when I am spending time with her, and be able to just be more playful with the family and not so on edge, because I won't have to worry about, who cares if I go sit down and do my work 5 minutes later than I wanted to, because I've got the money sitting in the bank and it really won't matter.
Okay, and once you have the stress lowered, you are able to get your sales funnel in order, operating, what will that mean for you?
Well, once everything's running smoothly and I've been consistently for a few months bringing in the level of income that I want to, I'm going to start feeling less and less. Again, going back to the stress and having more ability to look at our life and make plans that aren't centered around having to work all the time. Like I can't go do this because I have to work. Can't go do that. I have to work. You're always thinking I have to go work. So when you are trying to go out and have fun with the family or even take a day off, even when you're on your day off, you still feel like I got to be working. So you're never really able to fully focus on what you want to, which is your family, and the reason you come into this industry because you want to make a better life for your family. A lot of us, I did, and to be able to create income that I can't create out in the marketplace here locally, because there just isn't jobs here locally that will give me the income without me being able to relocate and just basically disrupt their whole life and take my daughter away from her friend, and she's autistic, so it's hard for her to make friends. So it's really a lot of stuff going on in your head. So I'm gonna just be relaxed and be able to go and enjoy our time together and be able to pick up and go and be happy working instead of I'll be working because I'm excited to be working, which I am now. I like it, but I'm also stressed. I want to be able to sit down and work just for the enjoyment of working and helping people, not also for I need money. I need money because you kind of take some of the joy out of it because you feel like you can't take a break when you want to, and you're just forcing yourself to work because you need to get to that level that you need to get to.
So once you, somebody's got their speakers on, we're getting some feedback. Once you have the financial freedom, you have the time freedom, and you're working hour a day, 2 hours a day, whatever it is that you feel you need, and you'll be able to continue financially. You have the time with your daughter. Everything else is in place. Business is running well. What will that mean for you?
That is honestly summed up in one word, and that's freedom. Financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom, just freedom to live our lives however we want to. You get up in the morning and you work for a little bit, and then you can take the rest of the day off if you wanted to do it. You could go spend some money, just fun money, like, oh, let's go test drive a really expensive car today just because we want to, and maybe we'll buy it, that kind of freedom, not just, oh, well, we got to look at the 5-year-old cars because that's all we can afford. Or no, we're going to fix the car again, even though we should get a new one. So it's just that fun of having that disposable income and having the freedom that comes along with it. Freedom really does, for me, sum it up. It's just, there's multiple freedom ways. Freedom allows me to be a better mom, a better spouse, a better provider for the family, more relaxed, and just happier. So, yeah, freedom. Freedom's my final answer. Final answer, Jeffrey.
I think in the end, freedom is what we all are seeking, and will be everyone's final answer. So
Yeah.
who's next?
Christy's next.
Yay, Christy.
Let me unmute myself.
Myself.
I'm an awesome spectator, but when it comes to you pump me up.
So do you guys want me to just continue asking the questions, or someone else want to take over with asking?
I thought Sue could, like the person who finished could do the next person.
Okay, I can do it. Okay, let's put Christy up on screen. All right, Christy. So you've been thinking about this for a while, I'm sure, but what is your big goal for this industry?
My biggest goal is to be a positive influence.
Okay. And once you're a positive influence, and please tell us who you want to be a positive influence for. Is it for your kids? Is it for other women? Is it for the industry? Who are you looking to be a positive influence for?
First, my 3 kids. You know, it's funny because I can tell them, I can say it with my mouth, to do something or not to do something, but it's better to show them, right? Uh, but first and foremost, my kids. And then I want to be a positive influence on, yes, definitely mothers and women. Um, with all of the things that I've gone through in my past, I want to be able to, because of recovering from so many things, I want to reach out and influence, be a positive influence on other people that have gone through the same things as me.
That's awesome. So once you start to feel like you're being a positive influence, you've got those indications coming in from people reaching out to you on Facebook or other social media or emailing you, and they're saying that you're helping them, and something that you said really touched them, and you're starting to feel it in your head, and your kids are coming up and hugging you extra times, and you're just feeling like, even though the kids didn't say something to you, they're they're doing an action that you know came from something that you showed them. Maybe they come up and they show an entrepreneurial interest that they didn't show before because they're watching you. But something that they do, you know, is coming directly from your positive influence. How is that going to make you feel? And what is it going to mean to you?
Wow, that means that's going to mean happiness.
Happiness. In what way?
Knowing that I am accomplishing a goal that I've created.
That's great. You've been a positive influence. You have all these people that you're really influencing in tremendous ways, and they're showing personal growth because of it. And that's making you extremely happy because you're achieving a goal that you set for yourself, and maybe you didn't even think you were going to achieve it, but all of a sudden this amazing achievements are starting to happen and blossoming all around you, and you have that happiness because you're positively influencing your kids and mothers and fathers and from all over the world. What is that happiness in your life going to bring and mean to you?
That it's going to mean that I've made a positive change in the world, just one person at a time. You know, just to give back, to reach out, to help one another, rinse and repeat.
And do you, when you're basically creating a rippling effect, you're reaching out and you're touching people's lives, and you're thinking to yourself, wow, first I started with my child, showing them some entrepreneurial skills and being a positive influence, and I just saw them go to the park and touch another child in that exact same way. And I saw that child go and touch another child, and I can see that all of the things that I'm doing is creating this rippling out into the world, and that's exactly what I wanted to do from the inner soul. That's exactly what I wanted to do. And I'm feeling joy and I'm feeling happiness, and I just feel this spark. What is all of that together going to mean for you in your life?
Oh gosh, you're trying to dig really deep here. Oh, wow. Comfortability and peace within my soul. That's like my ultimate goal, is just healing, peace, happiness, and love.
Wow, that's awesome. Healing, peace, happiness, and love. And maybe those are feelings that you haven't felt in a long time, huh?
Yeah, very much so.
That's awesome. I think you found your why.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, hug. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I had to do this with Layla.
Oh, really? Oh, gosh.
Yeah, really. Very good. You did awesome.
Thank you. Alicia, your turn. So you're really, really good at digging in deep. I think you're an excellent interviewer.
Just wait. I think I'm going to do Alicia.
Yeah, I think you should. You're pretty good at pulling things out.
I actually like doing. I really do like doing this because I really just want. Because one of my big whys is helping people get down and feel their really get down and get in touch with themselves and what they really want out of this world. Is something it took me a long time to kind of figure out myself.
Did you do this with Layla, did you do the last one?
Not the last one. It's been a while, but I did it on a hangout with 10 other women, and I was the last one to go, so by the time she got to me, I was kind of like crying because I had listened to every other person. Like, why did I have to go last? You know, like a mess before I even opened my mouth, and I'm already emotional anyway, so it was terrible. Like, oh my God, why couldn't you pick me first? Why do I have to go last after all of these people are crying all over the place, and I'm like crying with them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I look like heck. It was fun. Like, Layla has this way about her too, yeah. She's like, oh man. I saw Toby and Layla bring a man to tears at one of our events, and it was awesome because he didn't even know. I mean, we could hear. I felt like I knew what his final answer was going to be. That he wanted his kids to be proud of him. That was his final thing, and it's just hard. You know, as a parent, you always want your kids to be proud of you. And it took him a long time. Toby was doing it with him, and it took him, I don't know, probably 20 times before he got to that. But he got there, and we all just stood up and applauded him. He was awesome.
Yeah. Alicia, it's your turn.
Ready. The tense as well. Okay, ready. What am I supposed to answer?
Wait, do you want me to do it, or are you going to do it, Christy?
Go ahead, Jim.
You want me to do it? All right, I'll do it. Okay. Okay, Alicia, obviously you've been hearing us and you've been thinking about this as we've been going through this boot camp, but what goal have you set for yourself, or what are you most wanting to achieve right now?
My goal, seems like I got too many goals. I was on in a women's meetup group, and I want to say it was probably beginning of, I want to say it was last year, but she had us write down like 3 things, 3 of her goals, and just secretly put on a piece of paper and put it on, that was this summer, and put it on in a group, and you know, in a packet, just to kind of hear everybody's women's goals and empower, you know, help each other reach our goals and everything. And I remember writing them down. Mine were very simple, but yet so big for me to reach. And they were, and it's some control. So I'll share those. So just because I know that's like getting out of my comfort zone and bigger my reach, right?
Let's hear what they are. I can't wait.
So my 3 were, you know, trying to reach that millionaire ring, and then the second one was to get married and have a family, like have another child. So I was like, well, one, I know I can reach myself. The other one's just gonna have to, like, it happens. So.
So your 3 goals, the ring was 1, and then getting married was 2, and then having another child is 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So, wow. Let's see. That's kind of diverse. Let me ask you. Maybe I don't want to assume. Which ones are you thinking you'll get there by yourself?
Right.
let's just
I
make
will not get to any of them by myself. I have to keep reaching out.
kind of have to meet someone first, right?
Like, I can't do all this by myself.
Well, let's do the millionaire ring first off, because we can go back and do the other ones too. Because a millionaire ring is a huge goal. For those watching who don't know what that means, it means that in the company that we're a part of, if you've earned $1 million in commission in the company, they go back and they give you a ring that's diamonds and what else is on there? Is it?
Just lots of diamonds that shows, when you started to when you reached it.
There's a date engraved when you started with the company and a date engraved when you reached
Those high school ring kind of things,
Very, very big and probably like bump into your face, but it's an awesome, awesome achievement that you made. So far, there's only 15 people in the company. So, Alicia, when you reach, you couldn't start with something like $10,000 a month. She wants to go for the goal.
That's what I was trying to explain to you. I was like,
when you reach,
I have the small goals right now going, I like to move and, with these little steps, like, yeah.
We're going to go lofty from the beginning. So when you reach $1 million, and to get to $1 million, you have to have helped a lot of other people achieve a lot of goals themselves. We all know that this industry and this company doesn't work unless we're helping a lot of women and fathers and mothers and singles like yourselves now. So you're thinking back over the years that you've taken to get to your $1 million, and you're thinking about all the people you've touched. You're thinking about the people that have called you today, contacted you, who are on your team. You have this massive team because you can't reach that $1 million ring without this massive team. You have the weight of this team on your shoulders, and you think about them all the time because you want them to be able to achieve all of their goals just like you've done. When you're at that place and you're feeling contentment because you've reached this major goal in your life, what will that mean to you, Alicia?
It will mean that, the closest people around me will they will see like the change in me and the I want to say like the more respect and more proud that they would be of me, and they know more of what I've been through to get there than all the new people that probably just hear the story. They just don't see the the day-to-day struggles or those little stuff that you go through to get there, and how long are you struggling or staying and stuck in that one spot to get there. And knowing that I can relate, be there with them, I think maybe we'll empower people in a bigger way.
Okay, so you've reached your $1 million ring status, and you're looking back, and you're feeling that you've gained the respect that you've been looking for, and you've thought that earning money would get you respect, and you're proud of your accomplishments. You feel the pride reflecting back when you look at people on your team and your family members and all the people that are important in your life, and the people you haven't even met yet, but you know you're going to be able to help. And you've been through a lot to get to that ring. I mean, you've been up almost all night, get up and go to a job, and get up and take care of your child, and balance all the stress of motherhood and being an entrepreneur and having a team. And you've done that with a smile on your face and a servant attitude because you wanted bigger things for everyone. And it hasn't been easy. And you feel like you're finally there. There's people coming up in the ranks now that realize, because they've been there with you side by side in the trenches, and they've seen you go through every single bit of that as you've been going up toward the $1 million ring. When you've got all of those things, you've got the respect and the pride, and not fake respect, the real respect that you've been wanting your entire life, but you've never felt like you've had. You've got it all, and it's true, and it's genuine, and it's unique. what will that mean for you?
I think it will mean more to see someone else, more people have that that same type of feeling inside of what I've been able to help achieve. Because it's one thing, you know, to be proud you have it, kind of have it all. You've gained your own respect, you've gained your own honor from people, anything that you can have. But when you see more people that you've been able to help and transform, and leaders, like you see exactly who you've helped and all those different people, I think the respect is even higher. Like they understand, like more people that they know that they can help and change get like it's more understood, I guess, right? more clarity that people see, oh yeah, she has helped people, and you can clearly see it. Instead, you're like wondering, what has she done? What have you been doing all this time? Why you should not be struggling this whole time, because you've helped so many other people. So it'd be more clear.
So you're at this point where your team's gotten big enough and people have watched you and you've done the training and you've guided people along the way. You've been their mentor and sometimes their friend and maybe sometimes the person that they cried on where you had to kick them in the butt to get them to go because you know that's the only way they were going to make it. And they've now got the feeling. They've now internalized everything that you've been trying to get them to see, that they needed to see so that they could be the next person in the chain, the light that you want to spread across your team and across the world and be part of the overall community to make a change in this world. You've got that. And there's no doubt in your mind. You've got the respect. You've been able to affect other people internally, down deep, so that they actually have internalized what you've been trying to share with them, something deeper than the surface stuff. When you've got all that, what is it going to mean for you?
That's when you reach security, because I think I haven't had that or experienced that in a way. Like I guess you feel like security of, you know, nothing's gonna happen like out there to help you and whatever happens to you, but security in that you and the others around you, like you give them security. And I think that's a huge accomplishment, that you've hustled hard enough that you've created security in other people's lives because you've helped them out in a way that no matter what happens to them, you're the security that you can provide for them.
Wow, that's deep. So your real goal is providing security for families that you don't feel like you have right now, and you've never really felt like you have it. Is that pretty much summing it up?
I never have achieved that myself. Yeah, especially $1 million ring, right?
Well, that's an awesome goal. I mean, you want the ring, but really, what you really want is the security that comes along with the money that you get when you get the ring, and all the things that you have to go through along the way to get the ring. That brings inner peace to you and lets you know that the people that you've helped along the way, your team members, are going to be okay. That you didn't just lead them blindly into a dead end and then they're going to get screwed, because you want them to feel confident that you led them down the straight and narrow path to true freedom for themselves and security for themselves. That it was all worth it. That it was all worth it for everything you went through, and it was all worth it for everything that they did through, and that they now know that, and they're looking up to you, going, "Thank you."
And that's how I look at a lot of things. Going, they're coming here and they're gaining, you know, skills and assets. Like even though I teach piano, they're gaining a skill that they can take and keep for the rest of their lives. Same thing with the training that they get from me. They're gaining a new skill that they can share in their lives, and keep gaining on those skills, keeps gaining that security that you won't ever go back to what it was, because you've gained all these skills that will take you to where you want to reach. So I think that's a real blessing. That's the teacher inside of me, I guess.
So the ultimate goal is giving someone the blessing of the security of knowing they have the skills to go out and take care of themselves and their family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. That's awesome. Great job.
Thank you.
Great job. Great job. You guys are doing great. You're doing great. Awesome. How do you guys feel?
Awesome.
Not easy stuff. It really isn't.
No,
Okay.
it's not.
So who's going to do Tina?
You're doing a good job.
Come on, Sue. I'm ready for you, Sue. Come on, Sue.
Oh no! Oh no! Here, I'll take your. I'll take your. Oh, who's got there? This is bad echo. Let's wait. Hang on. Oh, so I'll ask Tina, but then Alicia, I'm gonna be burnt out, so you're gonna have to come back and close us out.
I'll do Laura when she comes on.
This is hard work. Staying up with you guys have such big goals. I have to make sure I'm really focused on your goals here. All right, so Tina. We've just met Tina, but I already feel like I kind of like a kindred soul in some ways with you from the conversations, the brief ones that we've had already. And so I really want to help you dig deep here, so I'm going to do my best. So, you know what we're looking for, a goal that you've set for yourself that you want to achieve.
Yes, and I shared the biggest one with you ladies in the last session, so I won't share that one again. But I will share the number 2 goal. And no one here has shed any tears yet. I know that I am, and hopefully I won't make you bawl too much. But my second biggest goal as a victim and survivor of domestic violence is to provide housing for other victims. I want to be able to have, whether it be multiple houses or a building or whatever it is, that people can come to live and get away from their abusers.
Wow, that's something that I see a lot in our paper here, and I can definitely understand why you want to help. So you probably realized in order to accomplish such a big goal that you need to probably have some financial resources to achieve that goal, because it's going to take money to set up that house. It's going to take knowing the right contacts to contact to try to get some probably assistance, and you've worked really hard, and you're gaining ground, and you've found the right contacts, and you've found the right location, and you got the seed money to get your house, your group of houses set up to help women. And there's even a man here locally recently of domestic violence, because you understand how important it is to get people in that situation out of that dangerous situation and into a place of safety. What is that going to mean for you?
It's going to mean for me that I'm able to help people get themselves to, it'll make me feel like, I mean, I guess I can kind of wrap this up and not make you have to ask me that question too many times, but I didn't have anybody that I could turn to, that I knew I could call and say, listen, I need to get out of this situation. Me and my children can't take this anymore. We need to go. And once I'm able to provide that, then I'll feel like a savior to other people, something that I didn't have.
Okay, so when people have Tina on speed dial, just to lighten the mood a little bit, they're calling you up because they're in a desperate situation. Sorry, I just want to lighten the mood a little.
Oh, that's okay.
So they have your hotline. You know, you've got the flyers all over town, the back of bathroom doors, all the places that women can go where the men aren't supposed to see this note that's giving them a place to call in confidence because they know it's dangerous to try to reach out for help. They're calling you up, and you've got a group of staff, wonderful staff, working for you, making sure those phone lines are answered 24/7. There's not going to be anybody who's going to call and not have a phone answered. You're going to have the resources to go over and get them out of those dangerous situations, and you're going to have a safe place to bring them where those bastards cannot get in. You're going to be able to sleep good at night knowing that you helped another person or another family get to someplace safe. And you've got bigger goals. It's going to start with one, but it's going to go on to many, many, many in many other cities. And it's going to ripple out. What is that going to mean to you other than you're going to feel like their savior? You're going to feel like their savior, the one that you never had when you were in that situation? What is that going to mean to you in your life?
I guess the easiest way to sum it up is I'll be the superhero that I've always desired to have, but I'll be that for other women, men, and children. And just feel like I can just swoop in whenever they need me, you know, like Superman, Superwoman, whoever it may be, and just provide them with the safety and security that they need and deserve. Because, you know, so many people feel trapped when they're in a situation like that, and they just feel like there is no answer, there is no rescue, this is how life has to be, and that's just not the case. It takes a lot of strength to get out of it, and I'll feel like I'm providing them with not only the strength to know that they're better and they deserve better, but also I'll be that vehicle for them to drive away from it.
Oh, I love that metaphor. A vehicle to drive away from it. Oh my gosh. So you're their savior and their superhero or superwoman. I'm going to say. You're making them realize that it's untrue that they don't have any self-worth. They've been being told that they don't have any self-worth and that they can't do any better than the person that they're with, who's beating the hell out of them and threatening their kids. You're going to be the person that steps between that abuse and them to help protect them. You're going to pull up in your vehicle and you're going to back them out of there, and you're going to make them immerse themselves into things like we're in right now, this superwoman intensive power training, where they're going to start to realize that it was never them, that they're not the ones with the problem, that it's their abuser with the problem. You're going to be the catalyst that finally starts making them realize that they need to change the way they're thinking, and that they can be a true role model for their kids, and they can break this cycle that's been going on maybe for generations in their family. And it's all going to be because you broke the cycle, Tina. You said no more. You said no more. You were so strong. You were strong. You left. And now you want to be strong for all of these other women. And that's an amazing, amazing goal. And once you're in that position, of being a leader and a mentor and someone to look up to, and most importantly, someone who's been in their situation, and you can say to them, I was you, and now look at me. What is that going to mean to you?
Freedom for all victims, freedom for potential future victims, because I can honestly say that had I not removed my girls from that situation, they would probably be victims. You know, I want to help people to also realize that when you remain, you do have a choice. And when you stay, you're choosing to stay. And, you know, for me, I had to come to terms with, you know, it was kind of like a catch-22, because it's like, you know, you want your kids to grow up in a double parent home, but at the same time, if that's an unhealthy relationship for them, then you got to make the decision to show them, be strong enough to remove them and let them know that that's not the environment for them to be in. That's not the proper way to be treated as a woman, or even as a man, because men do get abused as well. You know, but it'll be for me the ultimate safety and security of providing for people who think there is no other avenue, to give them hope, to know that I've provided hope for other people and given them the courage to say no more, like I did.
That's an awesome goal. You're going to give people hope and courage to change situations they think are hopeless. That's awesome. Very, very awesome.
Thank you. I'm sorry I made you cry.
I'm like, I'm crying, and it's not even my story. I get so emotional when I'm thinking about all these poor people that are in that situation still.
And there are a lot of people. It's, you know, it's not easy, you know, especially like I said, when you have children, you know, and you know, I mean, he would get upset with me when I would say to him, you know, you're teaching them how not to be treated by a man versus how they should be treated by a man. You know, but you know how it goes. The truth always hurts. You know, so it does take strength. You know, and I want to be able to, you know, stand in front of a group of women and tell them, you know, you are better. You do have the strength. You can get out of it. You don't have to stay.
And your biggest asset is yourself, because you're a strong, powerful woman, and you have all of the tools that you need to go in and do exactly what your goal is.
We're all super women, and we're determined women winning.
Yes. Yes. Determined women winning. Love it. Love it. Okay. So, take a breath. I have to take a breath. So, ladies, that was awesome. That was awesome. It's good
I
to
don't
be.
know about you ladies, but I don't think I've had a session yet that I haven't checked yours.
Hey, I'm the one that cries at Hallmark commercials, so you know.
No Hallmark movies for me.
I do that too.
I'm like, dang it, I don't want to be crying every 2 seconds. This is my family, and my family's like, I'm like trying to hide my tears because I'm like getting sappy about every little thing, and my daughter and my husband are like, is mom crying? And my husband's like, yes, of course mom's crying. I'm no, I'm not. I can't help it. I said, this sentimental stuff gets to me. I can't help it. That's just how I am. I said, you don't have to watch it with me if it bothers you.
It is a good release, though.
My emotions are like this close to the surface, I guess.
Yours and mine as well. So something else that we have in common.
So, Alicia, Close us out, girl. And we don't have to go off, but I mean, you
Yeah,
can.
I wish Laura could get on here. I was wondering if she was, but I don't think she is.
I wonder if
So,
she's back. And did anybody try to get a hold of her on Facebook to see if she's back?
yeah, I did, and she hasn't reached out.
Well, that stinks. She's probably in trouble with that thing for her husband.
Yeah, it'll be all right. We'll do it with her another time, and and get it done. So if anybody's been watching this, which I think we've had at least one live viewer, which I'm so thankful you got to experience this with us, is to register with us if you're a woman to get inside the Empower. There's a new one that you can be involved in January, and we've got started the waiting list. And it's better to be involved from the beginning and go all the way through. You can't really get in the middle to experience this with us. So reach out. We've got our names out here on the Hangouts. Reach out to anybody who shared this with you. I know some people are sharing other people's teams that videos as well. So if they shared that with you, going, this really impacted me, how these women have such huge goals beyond themselves that really inspire people. That's what we want to hear. Is reach back out to us. Let's get you involved and change your life that you've never been able to experience before. Just that's the amazing thing about this all. So we'll get back. We have 5 women in our group. We'll get back with Laura and do another hangout with her to get some of these outcomes out with her, because she's another powerful leader as well. So thank guys for coming, and go be strong, sharing your tears. And impact so many more. I look forward to seeing you guys reach all these goals. It's so huge. It's going to be so exciting. And thanks, guys. Have a good night.
You too.